heart racing, chest pain, shortness of breath, fatigue, or lightheadedness, don't wait. This could be a serious condition like atrial fibrillation, which can make you about 5 times more likely to have a stroke. If you're having these symptoms, don't wait. Talk to a doctor by phone, online, or in person.
Brought to you by Bristol Myers Squibb and Pfizer.
We're ready to get back into yoga, so you order the essentials. A non-slip mat, yoga blocks to keep balance, and an exercise ball. And you use your Bank of America Cash Rewards credit card, choosing to earn 3% cash back on online shopping and up to 5.25% as a preferred rewards member. Which you put towards your most essential yoga gear. Noise-canceling headphones. Welcome. Take a deep breath. Apply for yours at bankofamerica.com/more-rewarding. Copyright 2020 Bank of America Corporation. Hey, New Yorkers, you are doing great. Wearing your mask, washing your hands, staying socially distanced, and doing everything you can to help each other stay safe. Do you want to know what's next in our fight against COVID-19? We all need to get tested for COVID-19 often, even if we have no symptoms. Why get tested if you feel okay? Because COVID-19 doesn't always cause symptoms. You can still pass the virus on to a friend, a family member, or any of the New Yorkers working hard every day to keep our city running. So please, keep wearing your mask, washing your hands, staying 6 feet apart, and avoid indoor gatherings. And today, start getting tested for COVID-19 often, even if you feel fine and have no symptoms. Testing is safe, confidential, and at no cost to you. To find a testing site near you, visit nyc.gov/COVID-test or call the NYC Test and Trace Corps hotline at 212-COVID-19. Get tested today.
With News Time 1:59.
WINS, WINS-HD, WNEW-HD3 New York.
A radio.com station.
AccuWeather, very busy AccuWeather, telling us about a winter storm warning for tonight. Into Tuesday morning, mainly cloudy, cold this afternoon. Snow starts, high 28. Snow at varying rates tonight through tomorrow night. Areas of the coast likely seeing a mix of rain or sleet later in the day. Travel difficult and dangerous. Low tonight 26, high tomorrow 34. Keep it here on 1010 Winds and 1010winds.com for the latest. More people get their news from 1010 Winds and from any other radio station in the nation. Heather Bermuda is our service aide. Julie Vaughn, our writer. Jim Powers at the editor's desk. I'm Mario Bosquez.
All news, all the time. This is 1010 Winds. You give us 22 minutes, we'll give you the world.
Good afternoon. It's 24 degrees at 2 o'clock. I'm Sonia Rincon, and here's what's happening. Blizzard conditions are part of our winter storm tomorrow, which could bring us snow, sleet, and freezing rain. But the worst part will be the wind and the length of the storm. We'll get our live AccuWeather updates straight ahead and a report from our Roger Stern on the city's preparation. A sad discovery in Chelsea. A man and his elderly mother found dead in an apartment. Both may have had health issues. COVID cases hit 26 million in the U.S. as vaccine supply continues to be a problem. PETA is asking that you stop using animals as insults. Don't call humans pigs, rats, or sheep. The 1010 Winds AccuWeather forecast, cloudy and cold before the storm today, a high of 28. Winds News Time 2:01, traffic and transit on the ones. Here's Gloria Chapa.
Well, we've got a problem at the George Washington Bridge. Here's what you need to know about the bridges and tunnels. Now, earlier, they reported that they had an accident on the outbound side. Actually, they called us back and said, nope, it's on the inside. It's on the inbound side. So inbound George Washington Bridge, lower level under the apartments, there's a 4-car crash. It's in the left lane. And those delays, check out the jam cams, are really building up on both the upper and the lower level. Give it at least 15 minutes inbound, 20 minutes outbound, both levels. 5 to 10 in both directions at the Lincoln, 5 to 10 inbound at the Holland, but it's 10 to 15 on the outbound side. And the Brooklyn Bridge is reporting delays in both directions. Southbound Cross Island Parkway, it's a little slow from the Marina to the LIE. Here's what we see on Long Island's Big 3. No delays in either direction on the LIE, the Northern State, or the Southern State. And good news in the Bronx. Westbound Cross Bronx, that accident at 3rd Avenue has been cleared, and those delays are very quickly getting cleared out of the way as well. Traffic in transit every 10 minutes on the ones and breaking traffic alerts whenever they happen. I'm Gloria Chapa on 1010 Winds.
A winter storm is headed our way tonight to make a mess of the morning commute with no improvement throughout the day tomorrow. We're talking rapidly falling snow and intense winds. Let's get all the details and track of the storm live from 1010 Winds AccuWeather meteorologist John Furyk.
Yeah, snow is moving in from the west now, a little bit quicker than anticipated. So looks like we're going to see conditions deteriorate as we head towards sunset here. Snow already begun over much of New Jersey, moving into the city over the next hour or two. We'll see snow of varying intensity tonight through tomorrow night. The most intense snow will be during the day tomorrow. We can see 1 to 2 inch per hour snowfall rates, at least for a time. Winds pick up. We're going to see winds gusting 40 to 50 miles per hour. Leading to blowing snow, low visibility near blizzard conditions, real feels down in the single digits. The storm winds down on Tuesday. 10 to 15 inches for the city nearby suburbs. It's going to be hard to measure with all the blowing and drifting. 12 to 18 inches far northern New Jersey, the Hudson Valley. 6 to 10 inches Long Island and the Jersey Shore, where there's mixing with sleet and rain. Dangerous, difficult travel here over the next couple of days. Sonia?
All right. The city and sanitation department are urging everyone to stay off the roads tomorrow so the plows can do their jobs, as they expect it to be a long and grueling cleanup. And if you're responsible for a section of sidewalk, make sure it stays clear tomorrow.
Mayor de Blasio says the city is throwing everything it has into clearing the streets, having learned some tough lessons about not preparing for the worst.
We used to actually take what the Weather Service said and try to believe it on face value. No disrespect to them. We now assume it's going to be a lot worse than what they say, earlier than what they say, and we act accordingly.
And the mayor is pleading with New Yorkers to stay off the road so snowplows can do their job. In-person learning is canceled for Monday. Everything goes online. And Monday's COVID vaccine appointments are postponed. No word on how those will be rescheduled. Meanwhile, at this Home Depot in Yonkers, people are stocking up, with Ted buying for his snowblower.
Made sure I had the right food in the house, made sure I had gas for my snowblower, made sure I could access my snowblower, and yeah, those are really the big things. That's all you can really do.
Roger Stern, 1010 Wins in Yonkers.
In the burbs, power outages will be a problem, and utility companies are asking their customers to be ready too. Governor Cuomo says down power lines could also lead to road closures.
We're working on getting all our equipment ready and trying to pre-deploy equipment. Again, it's harder to pre-deploy when you're looking at a statewide event, but we'll have 1,600 plows, 300 loaders, 175 medium plows, 52 tow plows, 20 graders.
There's also a good possibility of coastal flooding on Long Island and the Jersey Shore. Again, keep it locked at 1010 Winds and 1010winds.com for the latest on the nor'easter. Winds News Time 2:04. D.C. is getting its first real snowfall in 2 years, but a popular sledding spot is off limits. In the past, when there was a good amount of snow, the hill on the west side of the Capitol is open for kids to enjoy. The congresswoman who requested opening it up again noted that children have been through a lot in the last year, and the local kids live in a pretty dense urban neighborhood, so there really aren't many options for sledding. The request was denied because of security concerns. Police don't want anyone getting too close to the Capitol right now. In their statement, they say they look forward to welcoming back sledders in the future, but just not this time. Winds News Time 2:05. Police are investigating the death of a 48-year-old man and his 93-year-old mother inside an apartment in Chelsea. A family member called the police after not being able to get in touch with them. Police went into the apartment yesterday on West 23rd and 10th Avenue and found the bodies, the mother on a couch, her son in the bedroom. Not saying how they died, leaving that for the medical examiner to determine, but saying it's not clear if there was any foul play. A law enforcement source telling the Post they think the two may have been sick. The Post also reporting the victims' family members believe they had health issues. Winds News Time 2:06. Well, the numbers of new COVID cases around the country have not dropped in the past 2 months, and the number of deaths per day has doubled. The number of people in the hospital is down below 100,000 for the first time since December 1st. Experts say the numbers of deaths and new infections remain stubbornly high because it's the winter and people are indoors, spreading the virus to others if they aren't isolating. According to projections from the University of Washington's Institute for Health Metrics and Evaluation, nearly 120,000 more Americans could lose their lives to COVID over the next 2 months. This weekend, the U.S. reached 26 million cases. The growing case numbers and new variants spreading across the U.S. mean the race to get more Americans vaccinated is intensifying. Correspondent Karina Mitchell tells us the supply is falling short of the demand everywhere.
Nationwide, the CDC says nearly 50 million vaccine doses have been distributed.
but only 29 million shots administered. A third vaccine, though, is on the horizon. Trials show Johnson & Johnson's vaccine is 85% effective against severe disease and 100% at preventing hospitalization and death. The company expected to request emergency use authorization as early as next week. In Connecticut, all vaccine appointments through UConn's health system are canceled this upcoming week because of low supply. But that does not apply to people whose second doses are scheduled. They'll still get those. Wins News Time 2:07.
Do you have bad credits? Do you have trouble getting approved for a car loan?
Call Credit Solutions, a division of Hudson Hyundai. Apply right over the phone. 800-951-4221.
You could be driving a brand new Hyundai today. Even make no payments until May. Call 800-951-4221.
Drive a new Hyundai Tucson, Santa Fe, or Palisade with just $68 down. Got 68 bucks? Call now. 800-951-4221.
Hudson Hyundai can get you out of your current car for just $68 down. 800-951-4221.
And all new Hyundais come with Hyundai Assurance, and America's best 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty.
Plus, make no payments until May. That's right, no payments until May. 800-951-4221.
Call Credit Solutions for a pre-approval today. 800-951-4221. That's 800-951-4221. Or HudsonHyundai.com.
These payments will vary. Credit severity affects approval terms.
Wins News Time 2:08.
Time is running out on your chance to enter the Rocket Mortgage Super Bowl Squares sweepstakes. It's the largest official game of Super Bowl Squares ever, with millions of dollars in prizes, and best of all, it's free to enter. Someone wins $50,000 every four saves during Super Bowl 55. Touchdowns, field goals, safeties, extra points, even a pick six is a winner. Each time we pick a lucky winner from the square, they win 50 C's. Plus, two grand prize winners will win $500,000 they could use towards their dream home. Don't miss your chance to win. See rules and enter for free right now at RocketMortgageSquares.com. Then tune in on February 7th to see if you'll bring home the show. Rocket Mortgage, official mortgage sponsor of Super Bowl 55.
No purchase necessary. Legal residents of 50 U.S. and D.C. of age of majority. Ends 2/4/2021, 11:59 p.m. Eastern. Equal housing lender license to offer to state NMLS number 3030. The NFL entity does define any official rules of not offer to sponsor this promotion in any way.
Wins News Time 2:09. Now your help on 1010 Wins. Here's Dr. Brian McDonough.
It's actually difficult to count. Have we had two waves of COVID-19 or three? Or have we just had a steady, unrelenting flow? It certainly seems that way. Scientists are now raising concerns about another surge this spring, brought on in part by the new, more aggressive strain. Last summer, experts were looking at herd immunity and what we knew at that point about the virus. They were estimating that somewhere about 70% of individuals would need to be immune in order to achieve herd immunity. Of course, now we have a new strain that is more easily transmitted, and the numbers have been revised. It's now probably more like 85% that will be required to achieve herd immunity. With your help, I'm Dr. Brian McDonough on 1010 Wins.
Wins News Time 2:10. Traffic and AccuWeather in a minute on 1010 Wins.
The world's changed a lot this year, and for a lot of people, those changes have affected their credit score. And while things may be getting back to normal, if your credit has been affected by recent events, getting that back to normal could take years. That's why there's CreditRepair.com, the most recognized name in the industry. Over 500,000 members have chosen CreditRepair.com to help repair their credit. It only takes one call for a free credit report evaluation from an experienced credit advisor to start back on track to the second chance at the credit you deserve. At CreditRepair.com, there's no big upfront fees and you can cancel anytime you like. Best of all, our members have seen over 1.8 million removals since 2012, and that can make all the difference when a lender or employer is looking at your credit. Don't put it off. Call now for your free credit report evaluation. Call 800-762-0804. 800-762-0804. 800-762-0804.
Wins News Time 2:11. Traffic and transit on the ones. Here's Gloria Chapa. Here's what you need to know about the bridges and tunnels. Traffic starting to build up very quickly on the inbound George Washington Bridge. There's a crash on the lower level under the apartments. It's in the left lane. At least 15 minutes inbound both levels, 20 minutes outbound both levels. The Lincoln is 10 minutes inbound, 5 to 10 out. And the Holland is 10 minutes in and 10 to 15 minutes on the outbound side. In the both directions of the Brooklyn Bridge, a little bit sluggish there. Here's what we see on Long Island's Big Three.
Southern State, North State doing just fine. The LIE looks good. Now, once it's approaching the Queens line, the westbound LIE into the Cross Island Parkway, it is building up a little bit. I can't see anything on the jam cams that would explain it. It looks like it's just a lot of traffic. Just remember, you can always call our tip line. Let us know if you see something out there. 844-JAM-1010. Alternate side parking rules are suspended tomorrow citywide. They will, however, require you to feed the parking meters. I'm Gloria Chapa. Our next report is at 2:21 on 1010 Winds.
Winds news time 2:12. Now the 1010 Winds AccuWeather 4-day forecast with the latest on our storm. Here's meteorologist John Pierce.
Yeah, leading edge of steady snow moving into the 5 boroughs now, a little bit quicker than anticipated. So roadway conditions are going to deteriorate pretty quickly as we head into the evening here across the city and northern New Jersey. We're going to see snow then at varying rates tonight through tomorrow night. The most intense snow likely during the day tomorrow. We can see 1 to 2 inch per hour snowfall rates, at least for a time. So dangerous travel conditions developing. We're going to see winds gusting 40 to 50 miles per hour tomorrow, creating near blizzard conditions, low visibility. A lot of blowing snow, the potential for power outages. The high tomorrow 34, but nobody really cares about that. We're going to see the strong winds and snow continue tomorrow night, and then tapers off on Tuesday. It still winds down 10 to 15 inches for the city, nearby suburbs 12 to 18 north of west, farther the New Jersey parts of Hudson Valley, 6 to 10 inches Long Island, New Jersey shore, where there's a little bit more mixing with sleet and rain. So dangerous travel right through Tuesday. Right now in Central Park, 26. Mostly cloudy, going up to 28 in Midtown. Back to the meteorologist John Pierce on New York's weather station, 1010 Winds.
Winds news time 2:13. In Los Angeles, a mass vaccination site had to close, not because of supply, but because of security. A protest of anti-vaxxers blocked the entrance to Dodger Stadium. Reporter Sarah Donchi has more.
The demonstrators marched into the stadium telling cars in line what they call the hidden truth behind the vaccine. And as a result of this protest, the site had to be shut down for about an hour until police showed up.
Those waiting in line for their shots said the protesters were telling them the virus wasn't real and that the vaccine is harmful. Winds news time 2:14.
Taking care of your family has a whole new meaning during COVID. If the stress is getting to you, call and talk to a New York Project Hope crisis counselor, confidentially, anonymously, and free of charge. Call 1-844-863-9314 any day from 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. or visit nyprojecthope.org. Here to listen, here to talk, here to support.
You don't have to love math to love multiplying your wins. With the new X-Series of Scratch-Offs from the New York Lottery, you can multiply your winnings 5 times, 10 times, 20 times, 50 times, even 100 times. That means your win to become big, and your big win to become bigger. For the grand prize of up to $5 million, the X-Series from the New York Lottery. It's a better way to multiply. You must be 18 years or older to purchase the lottery ticket. Please play responsibly.
Now, a breaking traffic and transit alert from 1010 Winds.
Lower level of the inbound George Washington Bridge has all lanes closed while they clear an accident from under the apartment. With traffic and transit reports every 10 minutes on the ones and breaking traffic news as it happens. I'm Gloria Chapa on 1010 Winds.
All right, thank you, Gloria. Winds news time 2:15. One of Charles Manson's followers convicted of murder is up for parole, and this time the Los Angeles County DA's office isn't opposing it. The victim's family says it's disappointed that a change in policy has prosecutors no longer opposing parole for inmates who've already served the mandatory minimums, even if their sentences were up to life in prison. The change is unlikely to improve the chances of getting paroled for convicted killer Bruce Davis. Governor Gavin Newsom is still expected to deny it, but the family of the victim, Gary Hinman, who was killed in 1969, says it's sad that it has to make the case alone. In Russia, more than 2,000 anti-Putin protesters have been arrested in a second weekend of nationwide demonstrations. Details from correspondent Julia McFarland.
Hundreds detained in Moscow. Russian police have closed metro stations and are restricting movement in the capital as protests begin across the country. In support of jailed opposition leader Alexei Navalny. He was jailed on his return to Russia after recovering from an assassination attempt. He's accused of not complying with a suspended jail sentence.
The U.S. has continued to urge Russia to release Navalny and criticize the crackdown on protests. Winds news time 2:16. Do you cringe when you hear someone being called a pig, a dog, a snake, or chicken? So do the folks at PETA, saying stop comparing humans to animals in a derogatory way. The animal rights group statement says doing that reinforces the myth that humans are superior to animals. So how about saying what you really mean when someone is messy or a jerk? The backlash to this food for thought on Twitter has been full of insults for PETA, but also some support. The organization has been trying to get people to think about and change language that demeans animals. A few years ago saying, why don't you say feed two birds with one stone? It's nicer than killing two birds with one stone. Wednesday News Time 217. Who doesn't have a home security system? But how would you like a free doorbell camera and professional installation? Sloman's wishes they could give one to everyone, but they only have enough for the first 40 people. So, the first 40 1010 Wins listeners who call 833-933-SAFE will get this limited time offer. A free Sloman's doorbell camera that connects directly to your phone. Installation of your Sloman Shield. Sloman is going to give you a free, customized home security system and professional installation when you use their low-cost central station monitoring. So, you're getting a digital keypad, motion detector, 3 arm doors, and backup battery. Plus, if you are one of the first 40 1010 Wins listeners to call, you'll receive a free doorbell camera that connects right to your smartphone with the installation of your Sloman Shield. Keep your family safe. Call 833-933-SAFE. That's 833-933-SAFE now to take advantage of this limited time offer. 24 degrees getting up to 28, and the snow should be arriving a little sooner than we thought. We'll start seeing it in the next hour.
Progressive makes bundling easy and affordable. Get a multi-policy discount by combining your car, home, motorcycle, commercial auto, and more. All your protection in one place. Bundle and save at Progressive.com.
Wins News Time 218.
I'm Lee Harris with Talk and Tech. Kohler has unveiled some high-tech toilets, including one with a no-touch flush.
Wave your hand to flush the toilet.
CNET editor-at-large Ian Scher says prices start at $600. It's due out in March. Or you could upgrade with Kohler's new Innate Intelligent Toilet.
If you ever wanted to feel like your porcelain throne was really a throne, you can actually pay a lot of money, more than $3,000 and above, and you can actually have a toilet that has heated seats. Some of them, they're actually starting to build the commands for voice commands into them, so you could get the weather and some news while you're sitting there. Or you could even tell it to open and close the lid on its own.
Talk and Tech, I'm Lee Harris, and for more, click on podcasts at 1010wins.com.
Wins News Time 219.
Today, every business is digital. From website development to third-party integration, AmericanEagle.com delivers innovative web design, development, and digital solutions, driving business growth for their clients. American Eagle is one of the world's most iconic brands. It is building its site and thousands of global franchises. Marketing programs and operations. This digital program is instrumental in bringing very few global operations to the
Lincoln Tunnel. It's 10 minutes in, 5 to 10 out. It was pretty good out here at least. LAE, the North State, and the Southern State are doing just fine. I've seen that the Ravens said people are sick, which is a good idea since we're still coming into the area. Going up into the Brooklyn Bridge, it does break up though, so not a problem there. And alternate side parking rules are suspended tomorrow citywide, but meter rules are still in effect, so definitely have to still feed those meters. I'm Gloria Chapa. Our next report is at 2:31 on 1010 Wind.
The snow arriving today is going to create a messy wintry mix in the city tomorrow with a strong wind in that mix. Let's get all the details on what's coming to the city and suburbs and when in this live update from 1010 Wind's AccuWeather meteorologist John Furyk.
The snow is beginning across the tri-state areas now, starting to see some flakes in and around the city. We're going to see the snow then at varying intensity tonight through tomorrow night. Most intense snow likely during the day tomorrow, when we could see 1 to 2 inch per hour snowfall rates. The winds are going to pick up. We're going to see just 40 and 50 miles per hour during the day tomorrow into tomorrow night, creating near blizzard conditions, low visibility. Real fields are going to dip into the single digits at times. Coastal flooding also a concern. Storm winds down on Tuesday. In total, 10 to 15 inches of snow for the city, nearby suburbs. A little bit less Long Island and the Jersey Shore, mixing with sleet and rain, 6 to 10 inches. 12 to 18 inches for far northern New Jersey, parts of the Hudson Valley. Obviously dangerous travel over the next couple of days across the region. Sonia?
All right, John, thank you. And city officials are urging people to stay off the roads tomorrow, saying driving in those conditions will be dangerous, visibility will be very poor, and do not expect blacktop. OEM Commissioner Deanne Criswell, who's been nominated to be the next head of FEMA, says the storm will be intense all day tomorrow with those blizzard-like conditions at times between 8 a.m. and 8 p.m.
During this time, we're going to have increased winds, we're going to have cold weather, and travel conditions are going to be extremely dangerous, if not impossible at all. So, again, as the mayor stated, we are strongly encouraging everybody to please stay inside on Monday during this time.
There will be no in-person learning in city public schools. They'll be all remote. Catholic schools get a snow day tomorrow. Mayor de Blasio says vaccine appointments tomorrow are canceled.
Vaccine sites, again, if we want to get everyone vaccinated, we'll be talking about that later. There's such urgency, but there's also going to be tremendous difficulty and danger getting around Monday. The last thing we want to do is urge our seniors to come out in the middle of a storm like this. It doesn't make sense. So we're rescheduling Monday appointments for vaccine. They'll be postponed. The Monday vaccine appointments will be postponed. We'll get them done as quickly as humanly possible.
And people are using today's calm weather before the storm to stock up on supplies like food and shovels. Rex was at the Home Depot in Yonkers.
I'm maybe a little concerned given the amount of snow that's coming. I have a lot of trees around my area, and there's no sidewalks, but there's a lot of snow, so I don't know, we'll see.
Across the suburbs, the odds of power outages are pretty high with this type of storm. Keep it locked to 1010 Winds and 1010winds.com for the very latest on the nor'easter. Winds News Time 2:25.
Seafood family of supermarkets has all of your big game essentials with Urban Meadow. Whether you are making delicious hamburgers or looking for pretzels and peanuts to snack on during the game, stop by your favorite store in the Seafood family of
Sunday Super Bowl, they're getting their band together again for one night only, according to comicbook.com. This theme song, reboots continue with Variety reporting that Kate and Allie getting a pilot order from NBC. Today's news time, 2:39.
It's Dr. Lederman speaking with Jean about her breast cancers.
They all suggested the same thing, that I needed to get the surgery and I needed to get radiation and chemotherapy.
But she didn't want chemo and she didn't want surgery. Did anyone offer you those options?
No.
What did you think?
I thought, well, that would be great if it worked.
Came to us learning that you could, if you wish, avoid the surgery, avoid the chemo, and you chose that. You had fully raised on the left breast, and then you had hours radiation on the right breast. And what was the difference?
Well, I didn't have any burning. I had nothing. I couldn't believe it. I had a very good experience being here.
Our treatment was working and the cancer's now in remission.
For more breast cancer information, call Dr. Lederman. 2 and 2 choices, 2 and 2 choices. Most insurance is accepted. 1384 Broadway. Call 2 and 2 choices for free breast cancer booklet DVD. For information on our contest rules, go to 1010wins.com/rules.
All news, all the time. This is 1010 Wins. You give us 22 minutes, we'll give you the world.
Good afternoon, 26 degrees at 2:40. I'm Mario Bosquez. Here's what's happening. A major winter storm headed our way, apparently jumping the gun, coming in much sooner than expected. Could we get up to those 16 inches of snow or more? AccuWeather, along with a live update, plus the latest and all the preps. The desperate fight against COVID-19 rages on, trying to stay ahead of those viral mutations. Big name change on her son Archie's birth certificate from Meghan Markle. We're going to tell you how she upgraded her name. Frontline health worker in Sweden snags quite a film festival prize a week alone on a deserted island, watching as many movies as she wants. AccuWeather, winter storm warning through Tuesday morning. AccuWeather with an update before you know it. Winds news time 2:41. Time though for traffic and transit on the ones. Here is Gloria Chapa.
Here's what you need to know about the bridges and tunnels. You still need to avoid the George Washington Bridge. There's a crash on the lower level under the apartments on the inbound side. They have 2 left lanes blocked, so now cars can get through, but it is a 30-minute wait inbound on the upper level, 45 minutes to an hour if you're taking the lower level. Outbound's a 20-minute wait on both levels. The Lincoln is a better idea. It's 10 to 15 minutes inbound, so 5 to 10 outbound. The Holland is 10 in, 10 to 15 out. Both directions to the Brooklyn Bridge, you're going to see some delays. On the Garden State Parkway northbound local lanes after exit 120, you have an accident in the right lane. And exiting off the northbound Garden State Parkway at 142A, so that's Route 78 in Hillside, you have a stalled car. It is on the ramp, but you can get around it. I'm Gloria Chapa. Our next report is at 2:51 on 1010 Wins.
Winds news time 2:42. Our area prepping for a major winter storm event. It begins to develop this afternoon instead of the previously forecast evening arrival time, bringing the threat of heavy snow and more. Here to update us with the latest AccuWeather meteorologist, John Feerick.
Yeah, the storm certainly coming in a little bit quicker than anticipated. Steadier snow across parts of central New Jersey, with generally flurries breaking out across the city. We're going to see the snow pick up a little bit as we head into the evening. Snow of varying intensity through tomorrow night then. The most intense snow likely during the day tomorrow. We can see 1 to 2 inch per hour snowfall rates, and travel conditions are going to go downhill pretty quickly tonight, so get where you need to be. Temperatures in the 20s tonight, up to 34 tomorrow. The winds increase tomorrow. We're going to see winds gusting 40 to 50 miles per hour, creating blowing snow, poor visibility, near blizzard conditions. Real feels will be in the single digits at times. The storm winds down Tuesday, 10 to 15 inches for the city, nearby suburbs, 12 to 18. Northern New Jersey, parts of the Hudson Valley, 6 to 10 inches Long Island and the Jersey Shore, where there's a little bit more mixing with rain and sleet, but certainly some dangerous travel over the next couple of days. Mario?
AccuWeather meteorologist John Feerick, thanks very much for updating us. As you might imagine, storm preps going on fast and furious ahead of the major snowfall you just heard about. 1010 Winds Roger Stern with the latest.
This is not a storm to underestimate.
Mayor de Blasio implored New Yorkers not to drive on Monday.
We're going to say it 100 times. Please do it for your own safety. and everyone around you, but also so our sanitation department can do their crucial work.
He says the city is deploying snowplows with the assumption that the storm will be worse than forecast. He canceled in-person school classes on Monday and is postponing COVID vaccine appointments, promising to get them done as quickly as humanly possible. And here at this Home Depot in Yonkers, homeowners are getting ready, though Ted says he doesn't have a large area to worry about.
Well, Yonkers is not a lot of sidewalks on the side streets where I'm at, so really it's just a small path in my driveway and I'm good to go.
Roger Stern, 1010 Wins in Yonkers.
Additional storm notes to share with you right now. All food distribution sites to be closed as well. Educational additional note, Catholic elementary schools of the Archdiocese of New York to close tomorrow, apparently including remote learning due to the impending snowstorm. From the Department of Sanitation, this info from the mayor's press availability earlier today. They'll be having two 12-hour shifts, 270,000 tons of salt on hand, 700 pieces of spreaders, 2,000 plus plows, plus more from other agencies. Already brined, they say, 400 miles of roadway. Remember to keep it locked to 1010 Wins and 1010wins.com as we track this storm. A word on safety, too, during the storm from Governor Cuomo.
Be smart, please. If you don't have to travel, don't travel tonight. If you don't have to travel, plan not to travel tomorrow.
Again, keep it locked on 1010 Wins and 1010wins.com. We will be tracking the storm. Wins News Time, 2:45. Police in New Haven, Connecticut have a big mystery on their hands investigating after the body of a man was discovered in a frozen pond. They'd been alerted to this by a passerby who called 911 yesterday morning. Now, this is in Edgewood Park, the neighborhood near Yale University. The adult male pronounced dead at the scene. Pronounced dead at Yale New Haven Hospital. No ID released yet or any other details either. This is an ongoing investigation. Wednesday News Time 2:46.
All those in favor of a COVID-19 vaccine, raise your arm. Safe and effective COVID-19 vaccines are here. Get yours when it's available to you. Learn more at nyc.gov/COVID vaccine. With COVID-19 vaccines here, New York City is coming back strong. Safe and effective vaccines are coming to all New Yorkers soon. Get vaccinated when it becomes available to you. Learn more at nyc.gov/COVID vaccine.
Here's 3 characteristics to describe what you want in a personal injury attorney. Winning attitude, always on call, unstoppable. Now here's the only name you need to know. Brian J. Elbaum. In just 2 decades, the law offices of Brian J. Elbaum has recovered millions of dollars for victims of auto accidents, dog attacks, construction injuries, and slip and falls. The law office of Brian J. Elbaum. All you need to know to fight back. Visit elinjury.com. That's elinjury.com.
Wednesday News Time 2:47. The medical examiner is working to determine what caused the death of a Chelsea mother and her son. 93-year-old Agnes Waddell, her 48-year-old son William were found dead in her luxury apartment on West 23rd Street. The police were called there by the woman's daughter because she couldn't reach them. Sources telling the New York Post they do not believe the deaths were the result of foul play, but they want to confirm what happened. The mother reportedly appeared to have died before her son, but he'd been dead for several days. Cloudy skies, 26, going down to 24 degrees. In Midtown, we have a winter storm warning in effect. Keep it here on 1010 Winds for the latest from AccuWeather. Wednesday News Time 2:43.
You own a timeshare, and it's the time of the year for eye-popping maintenance fees arriving in your mailbox. How much will it be this time? You're kidding me. That's just ridiculous. Really, how much do you actually use it? Is it really worth all that? The vacation times you want never seem available. Your fees keep going up, and now you're getting slammed with more costs. Still having fun? That's it. I'm out. Timeshare Freedom Group is ready to help you escape your timeshare money pit. We've guided thousands of people like you through the freedom process. Let us help free you from your overpriced, useless, money-draining timeshare. We're the leaders in the industry with decades of experience canceling timeshares worldwide, legally and permanently. And we offer a 100% money-back guarantee. Start the freedom process now. Call us at 866-91-CANCEL. That's 866-91-CANCEL. 866-91-CANCEL.
Subaru, the most most trusted brand of 2020 in 6 years running, according to Kelley Blue Book. Fall in love with Subaru today. Shop online at Subaru.com or stop by your local Subaru retailer. Wednesday News Time 2:49. The fight against COVID-19 blazing on, with more than 26 million infected, almost 439,000 people in the U.S. having lost their lives already, even as new cases and hospitalizations are falling in many states. The CDC says almost 30 million doses of the vaccine have been administered. Now, all of this in an ongoing race to try and stay ahead of those viral mutations.
I'm offering you a vaccine.
In South Los Angeles, Kedron Community Clinic stayed open hours after closing time, giving the vaccine to anyone who walked in, so 600 doses would not go to waste. Dr. Jerry Abraham refusing to turn people away.
Well, if that means someone in this line gets one who's not in those priority groups, so be it. I can sleep at night with that decision. I won't be able to sleep if I know that I dropped vaccine into the ground.
Well, we got about 150 people watching this video right now, so thank you all very much for tuning in. If you like what you see on this video, chances are you'll like a lot of the other stuff I have on my channel, so feel free to like and subscribe and follow along as I continue to show you some of my travels around America. We're going to wrap this video up in a couple of minutes from the South Bronx here in New York City. We're getting ready for the big winter storm. And we'll be talking to you all again soon. So stay safe, everybody.
However, other stats are showing the 7-day average of new cases about the same as it stood on the 1st of December. As for the latest numbers, Mayor de Blasio today, 254 new patients, 4,533 new cases. Our 7-day average in the city, positivity rate 34%. Statewide, from Governor Cuomo, announcing New York's COVID-19 positivity rate statewide has declined, he says, for 23 straight days now. 7,976 patient hospitalizations, 1,534 ICU, 1,008 intubated. Our statewide positivity rate now resting at 4.44%, unfortunately 138.
Yes, and as a quick reminder to everybody, we do have a live program coming up at 6 o'clock Eastern tonight that some of you might be interested as well. So we hope to see you folks there. And until next time, take care, be safe, have a good rest of your night, everybody.